Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. I guess friends ain't be dropping gems. Always keep it genuine. Knowledge, power, and some funny. Every week, every Monday. Pure, real, and honest. Tap in, leave a comment. You're tuning in to Mattie Mondays.
Hello, Mattie Mondays members. We have made it back around another 7 days for another episode of Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. I see that most of you have beat me here, so I super appreciate it. We have an action-packed episode full of information and shares. I'm super excited about it. Definitely was really cool just writing out all of the events and encounters that I could remember that has taken place this last month, the month of October. And I'm super excited to jump into it. I will do my best to keep it nice and buttoned up. And also inside of this, definitely have some lessons and some things that I have gained from this past month, these past 5 weeks. But before we get into it, let me jump into the comments and see who is in the building. All right, we got Chevy in the building saying greetings, Mattie Mondays members. What's up, Chev? We got Twin in the building saying hey. It's Mattie Mondays family. I like that. What up, Twin? All right, we got Nat in the building. Natalia's in the building saying good evening, everyone. Thank you, Nat, for being here. We got Mama Mattie in the building. Hey, Mom. Thank you for being here. As usual, I'm already knowing. We got Crystal, same thing in the building every time. I appreciate you guys saying happy Mattie Mondays family. And we have Musician Taylor's in the building saying greetings, Mattie Mondays members. Welcome back. Absolutely. Thankful to be here another day for sure. And before we get into today's agenda, the October recap, there are some housekeeping things and that are just very pertinent. First of all, let's start with just some gratitude. Super thankful to be here. Thankful for all of the traveling grace this past month, because we have been burning the road up, and just having an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to get it right the next time in the moments that I didn't. So super grateful for those things. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to pause and send my condolences to one of my great friends, Kendra Eaton, and her family, her brother Jason, her mom, Ashley, for their recent loss of her big brother, their big brother, son, cousin, nephew. So sending our love from our Mattie Mondays family to them. And then also some birthday recognition and love. Shout out to Mama Mattie, who just had a birthday celebration this past Friday. Raven, happy belated birthday. Uncle Craig, Aunt Susan coming. And if you have any additional birthdays, drop them down in the chat. Grateful for life, celebration of life, and also condolences to transitions that have occurred. Thank you for that, Musician Taylor's and Twin, Grounded Entertainment. C Styles. Thank you for that. All right, we got Angel in the building. Thank you for joining us. Always good to see your icon pop up on Mattie Mondays. We appreciate you. Thank you for popping in here and making time. I know it is a little later than usual. Our bodies knows that it's 10 p.m., but just off of the heels of daylight saving. So thank you guys. We are adjusting together. So I appreciate your dedication and your commitment and sacrifice of your time. All right. So once again, tonight is our October recap. There was so much happening every single weekend of the month of October, which it was a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of new connections, reconnecting, and again, once again, some lessons learned. So super grateful for this past month, and the things that have preceded it and the things that are to come. So first up, the very first weekend, we kick-started here in Atlanta with the Fairburn Fest, Fairburn Fall Festival and Parade, which is co-headed by one of my great friends, Chapin Payne. So let me get that up on the screen. 1 second, I gotta be quicker on the draw. She did a great job of setting up a phenomenal lineup with Kiki Wyatt, Rich Kids, Donnell Jones, DJ Iceberg, 945 radio station, Young Bloods. It was really, really, really fun. And of course, I got to see some of our other friends that I hadn't seen in a while. Most special, the babies. So that was really, really dope. But it was a great time. Once again, they put on a great, great evening, and that was in the city of Fairburn. So I ain't want to get into the artist photos, and I ain't want to leave nobody out. But just right above the action, this was the top of the stage. But shout out to Chapin for another successful year. We got Aunt Tan in the building. How are you, Aunt Tan? It's good to see your name and to have you here tonight. If you are just now joining us tonight, we are doing a as quick as possible recap of the special moments and highlights of October. And we just jump started with special mention of the very first weekend of Fall Festival. So shout out once again to Chapin Payne for that. And then next that came, as you see on the flyer, was North Carolina A&T's homecoming. You can catch a really, really dope recap on C Styles page, some customer reviews, and a recap on the Fly on the Wall, my personal photography page. This is Crystal with the Zetas, and my cousin that back left, Gabrielle, peeking her head up with the glasses. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Crystal, Gabrielle, Alexis, Mama Mattie, Gloria, my cousin Glow, and everybody that we ran into, that stopped by, that supported, that patronized. That was a lot of fun, and that was the real kickoff of the being on the go for the month, and that was a lot of fun. So shout out to Crystal, and Mama Mattie, and the success of that weekend. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. A great, great, great way to start the month, or to keep the month rolling. So after, hold on, let me get in the comments before we continue to move on. Wait a minute, what we at Christmas season? Yeah, it definitely is. I saw right after Halloween. We already know Mariah Carey is taking over. So that was the second weekend. First weekend, Fall Festival in Fairburn, Georgia. Um, Second weekend was North Carolina Auntie's homecoming, which is always lit. G-Ho, when you hear it. If you don't know, it means the greatest homecoming on earth. And then to follow, quick shoot home and turn around, and we headed back up for the Loose Neck and Ram Gate for Winston-Salem State's homecoming. So shout out to Crystal, Manny, Brian, DJ Cutter, Black Assassin, and the Hookah Bull, for getting it lit. Of course, our family and friends that were there helping the moment go and flow, filled with great food. That some that I couldn't eat, some that I could. So shout out to y'all for looking out for a vegan and preparing food that I could enjoy alongside of the meat eaters, and of course the grill master Brian. So these are just some photos that we were able to capture in the moment. Shout out to Brian and the alumni. Shout out to Crystal and the alumni. A special shout out to the homie. Always got to show love to Rashad Little. They also had an event that Thursday night, midnight cookout, loose necking Crystal Brian with Rashad. So shout out to the homie. Got Manny and Black Assassin, DJ Black Assassin to the left, Manny to the right, and then DJ Cutter to the left, Manny once again, Crystal, and DJ Black Assassin. So that was a great time. Shout out to Jay and Ingrid for popping out. That was a super exciting surprise. I didn't expect, so that was cool for them to come out and join and get the experience. And they hopped right in and got to work. So that was that was super dope too. All right, so that's weekend 3. We're gonna pause for the calls because we were building up, and yeah, man, I got a special little release and share this next mention of the 4th weekend. But before, let's get into the comments and see what I have missed. Yes, we have been. It's been an extremely busy month of October, but we are here, and of course, super thankful for all of the opportunities. Let's see. Mama Maddie showing some love. Crystal sounds like y'all were both busy for sure. Yes, Crystal was moving and shaking. Mama Maddie. Shout out to Little from Crystal. Natalia shares, you have so much self-control. I have to think so hard sometimes about not eating certain stuff. Staying strong with pork though, that's what's up. Now yeah, self-control in some senses, but in this case it's just desire or lack of. But the accommodation for my vegan journey started immediately from my family and friends, which was really cool. Even when I was coaching, the parents and my coach and his wife, they were super accommodating when I started this journey 13 years ago. So I am a very lucky girl. When I say it, I mean in so many different areas of my life. So thank y'all for the accommodations. It makes it a lot easier, and it made it a lot easier for the adjustment. So yes, definitely. They make it super helpful. What up? We got Ingrid in the building. Thank you, Ingrid, for joining, and thank you for popping out on us at Winston-Salem State's homecoming. It was a lot of fun to have you and Jay Sean there. Super dope. All right, so as you guys got a little bit of a glimpse on the back end coming off of um, the 2 weekends ago, off of Nashville's trip, which marked the 4th weekend of the month. Chevy and I made a quick trip, kind of last minute roll of the dice, which it just, as things usually do, often do, just fell into place. We made our way up to Nashville, and we were able, or Chev was able to find a dope sync summit, which was a Nashville in sync fall summit. Um, great setup, a great room. I didn't even have time to like pause coming from Winston-Salem State to hitting the road to even do my regular like mental rundown. But in Atlanta, it's like, okay, I'm popping out somewhere. 100% I'm going to run into somebody I know. It's just how it always shakes out. But I happen, we get to the room, we get up to Nashville, fresh off the road to the summit, and we run into a familiar face. So shout out to Matthew Steele. And like from just a degree away, a lot of people who were familiar, of course, with London Elixir, the Sync Queen, who were familiar with my face, but I knew it was through either Sink or Swim or London Elixir. So shout out to you for being the bridge for sure. Made some really dope contacts and just had a good time. It was a really nice space that they created that had some dope performers. This one artist and his drummer and this really dope band. So that was a really special experience. So yeah, we just worked the room, went to the mixer, the rooftop that evening, and did a little politicking. So that was a really great start of the weekend. And then, as you know, yeah, we had a very impactful, life changing for me moment before we got there that morning. On the reset, we woke up and we stopped in and found a really dope smoothie shop called Alchemy. And there just happened to, we'll say by chance, but I know it's divine, run into a young man by the name of Jordan, shares the name of my nephew. And he did music and he played it for us, and it was really dope. And he happened to be from the SIP, Mississippi, Twin and Chevy's home state. So those things are not by chance. So that was really really special to just kick it, have a rejuvenating smoothie, and have a great conversation and creative share with Jordan. So that was super dope. Super super dope. So from there, we had the opportunity to make it to the Boys Mind tour. Shout out to Chevy, shout out to you for making that moment happen. And directly shout out to AT and Dorian and May May for giving us access to the space, for letting me hop up on the stage and take photos and videos. And Chevy caught me slipping like a kid in the candy store, anticipating the start of the show. But again, once again, if you know me, Brandy is in my top 3, and one of my favorites of all times, vocally. Super 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 dope. Yes, shout out to Jordan once again from to don't even let me mess that up. Shout out to Jordan to your home city in Mississippi. And definitely, man, Divine for sure. And a working over time, you just how things line up right in life. But it was super super cool. So just being in this moment, off the chain, absolutely the vocal Bible. But let me be clear. This tour, although Brandy was who I was most excited to see, it was a phenomenal setup from the openers to the special I didn't even see coming, Coco Jones. I've actually been I'll say a fan of hers through film from a movie called Disney movie, don't judge me, called Let It Shine. She acted in there and actually played an artist as well. So I know she's been grinding for a very long time, and she was a phenomenal presence. So I would say she was definitely one of the highlights of the night. Money Long, DJ Fresh, and DJ Empty Beats, and then of course Monica and Brandy. So it was super super dope. Yes, did have Kelly, but in this stop in Nashville, which is she shared, Coco Jones shared that's her hometown. They had Coco Jones, I guess, replace or fill in on that stop. So that was really dope, to have to have that experience, especially when I live for it. Look, that's funny. I knew you were going to say that as soon as you said Disney. The movie did go hard, and I got that CD too, along with all of my Brandy CDs. I got the Let It Shine CD, so that is a confirmation that I really enjoyed something if I got the CD back in the day. But yeah, she was on Let It Shine along with Trevor Jackson, which is super dope artist, a young man that's been doing it for a while too. But that was a treat. So once again, the Boys Mind tour, extremely extremely fun. I was all over the place, and yeah, one for the books, man. A moment, one of those just special moments, man, that you can't script it. It was like that. It was a lot of fun. But as I promised last week, yeah, I was playing a CD that had a little special share. So this was a moment I had to keep close and guarded, to my heart, to my phone drive, until I was able to sit with it for myself. But this was a cool moment that I got with Brandy. Hey, beautiful.
Bye. Thank you for making me feel like I'm somebody.
Stop it. All right, so that was my little moment I've been keeping close and holding close to the chest. Shout out to Chevy for showing me some grace, and yeah, I get glue feet sometimes, but that was great just to be in that space, and of course it was their intimate space backstage, and to, catch a clip, catch a moment, and I truly believe and trust that it'll be more intimate spaces, creative spaces, opportunities for connection in the future. So, I'm just rolling and trusting and continuing to work and to show up it's the best version of myself as possible. So that was really cool. That would be every icebreaker. It's so silly. So yeah, man, that was super dope, super super special moment. And then that was week 4. This is still in October, right? Um, yeah, she she took that second to really speak to you. I thought she might have got out the car for a second. Oh yeah, see that was so. This is where I do give it to Chevy for sure. That would have been my moment. Just step forward and be like, "Hey, can I get a picture?" But you know, Chevy said it's called a backstage pass for a reason. No, for sure. And the show was over, so I know going forward. Especially after the show, work is done. Get in there. Get in there and all bets are off. Just be in the moment. But that was really really cool. Having an opportunity to take a quick flick with her mom and be introduced to her daughter. Those moments happened as well. So it was truly 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 fun and special. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was awesome. All right, so that was a nice special moment this past month. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, she it's likely she'll remember me next time, and that was just a little mini icebreaker. But truly, I trust everything's gonna line up how it's supposed to, and it'll be authentic, um, and continue to be authentic. So that was dope, man. All right, so the finale. We had Mama Maddie's jump off. Okay, so we'll say every year, most years we have um put on a production alongside Mama Maddie. This year it was the Spooky Family Halloween party, and Mama Maddie, myself, I fill in to help them elevate, or excuse me, execute the vision. But Crystal, C Styles, Tamika, our family, our friends, Jordan, JT, everybody finds a way to chip in. But it was hosted by Mama Maddie, um, C Styles across the board, Crystal, but on the food, the beverages, the decor, JD's events, which is Tamika, on the core, the support, and then also with the food and beverages and servants, she jumped in. Also, some of my cousins, they jumped in and helped too. So shout out to y'all, Gabrielle and Kenyatta. I'm bouncing around, getting the fire pits started and keeping them rolling, capturing footage, and just making sure that everybody is having a great time. And it was another super successful year. So let me get it up on the screen. Where we at? Where we at? I got a lot of stuff bouncing around. Where are you? No, we're gonna get Mama Maddie. So Mama Maddie, shout out to you. Happy birthday once again. And then another special thank you to everybody. Crystal for sure. Tamika, Jordan, Jay, all of our family and friends. Even on the shutdown, this is kind of how it goes. If they're there, they are helping us put things up, pull things in, and that is super appreciated. I had an opportunity to see one of my high school friends, Edith, that I hadn't seen in a very long time. Her mom and my mom are connected, and their friends that have become friends. So it was super dope for her to pop out, and that was nice to see her. But super successful evening. Another opportunity for my mom to be in bliss and just create a super dope moment for the kids. She had the bounce house out there, the walk-through blow-up house, of course, all the decorations, Crystal's mobile bar. You guys, I have to stay tuned to C Styles Mobile Bar's IG page and social media and the fly on the wall to get that recap, to get a full scope of what the evening looked like. But this is Mama, um, Diana Ross, Dorothy, um, showing up, popping out for the night. And then also they also had opportunity, my mom, Tamika, my auntie, cousins, and family, um, to go see the Wiz, which was super dope. The next day, so it was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, a lot of fun. It was like a snap of a finger in and out, but it was a lot of fun, and it's always worth it to see the kids like in so much bliss, and they had an extremely great time in that bounce house. And we took the bounce house for a spin at the end, me, Gabrielle, Crystal, and Mama. So that was fun. But a super special moment just to share. And I get it, and I see why it's so important for my mom, because it is like fulfilling, even after however long it takes for them to even prepare before I get in town, into the day before and the day of. But to see everybody have a great time is so rewarding. So that was super dope, and that's how we ended the month this past weekend for October for my mom's spooky family Halloween party. And if you know, you know, she had the Russian tea rolling out there, and they kept asking for it. So she was in and out, continuing to make fresh batches of that. So that was cool. It was really cool to see the family and friends react to mom's special Russian tea. Crystal had the food popping, the nacho bar, which I had an opportunity to enjoy the next day, which is really, really good. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of that moment. Chef, for stopping through early that evening. And it was super special. Antan says, happy 62nd bestie. We have to have our date to celebrate. That's what's up. That's what's up. C-Style says, I need this pic. I got you. It's a mama phone. I had to ask for it too. I'll make sure I send it to you. Natalia says, happy belated birthday, Mama Mattie. Chris said, Mons always fly. And if you catch the recap, you will see her her entrance. I'm asking Crystal, like, did y'all rehearse this entrance dance? But it was cool. It's cool to see my mom enjoy, and our family and friends as well. Yes, the kids were lit, and that bounce house was everything. But yes, it took me out. It took me out. Musician Sailor says, as I sip my Russian tea, enjoying this Mattie Mondays episode. That's what's up. That's what's up. It brings joy. Mama Mattie says, thank you, family. And she loves you, us. But yes, man, once again, October was super lit. Here are some of the clips that I felt to pop up there, or photos. This is myself with Brandy's mom, Miss Norwood. I didn't have glue feet on this one. That was a little shade. But that was really cool to see her. And she was on it, like on it every time Monica was coming up and Brandy was heading off the stage. Her and the team were running back to make sure she was good, and then she was right back out there enjoying the show alongside everyone else. Also, some special shout outs for the month. In between those weekends, there were some really dope moments and more to be done. I got a call last minute from a Mattie J. Shout out to you for South Atlanta High School's talent show to be a judge. And we popped out and had a great time. So these are the panelists. Q Beats, when I say I always go somewhere and I'm seeing some familiar faces, somebody that I've been acquainted with. So shout out to Q. And then shout out to some new acquaintances, Solomon and Jules. Definitely got a lot of following up to do. But that was a really dope moment. And then special shout out to North Carolina Central and North Carolina State University, who also had their homecomings in the month of October. So once again, a lot of action this past month. We made it through, and it was great, man. It was great, challenging in energy and and sleep, but good nonetheless. And I had my little moments of crashing, but so much joy and happiness. Yes, thank you, and it's on my list. Shout out to Woo Instrumental, to Mike. To the gentleman at the studio. We definitely popped in. We made our way to Louisville. And then shout out to DJ Deuce. We popped out to the Cardinal Walk. A few moments behind, but we was there. They was lit. They was still tailgating. And went to go say hey and show some love to DJ Deuce. So definitely some action-packed moments. and a fulfilling month. Got a lot of following up to do, but that is a part of the pace that we keep. And in all things, as I encourage us to have grace, I definitely have been asking um, folks new and seasoned with me for some grace on time to circle back to get back on things and to reconnect. But yes, a lot of opportunities that have come and that I know will continue to come. Some new music. Shout out to the Fingers, Marcus, the Fingers Manderson, who is the producer and the creative of your favorite song, Snack Time, and the project Trappily Ever After. I'll be appearing on another coming project of his. I got that last minute tap, and I'm excited about what came out, and that'll be a gospel hip hop project. So that was fun to just pause for the moment to get in that bag, and just to give thanks. Really, it was my opportunity to sit down and give thanks in song form. So one of the big lessons before we depart that I gained from this month, and was just really a big reminder, is just to continue to walk in gratitude, and that favor is real. So long as you keep showing up as the best version that you can be in every single moment. And as we know, based on our four agreements, do your best. It does not always look the same, but do your best at the capacity that every moment allows, is always the goal. And I also was reminded that no one owes me anything. Um, and I mean that in general. Of course, we have our little situations, but nobody has to do anything for me. Even if we can all make arguments for it. And I think with that perspective, it just allows me to receive the things that do come with gratitude and thankfulness, and to be grateful as long as it lasts. That's funny. So yes, that makes perfect sense. Sorry, I got a little itch in my throat. But yes, we're gonna take it out to in our favor for sure. Natalia shares, yes, gratitude and favor. Remember to this day to not block my blessings and someone else's. Absolutely. Um, and once again, before the devil tried to block my voice with this itch in my throat. um, Specifically, I wanted to vocalize and share that within that the ideal, in general ideal of no one owes me, I think it opens up the opportunity for me to receive more things with thankfulness, even though there might be an exchange of money and it's a job or service. Just being more thankful, and even if it's a time frame, whether it's a job or relationship, um an opportunity or access that might close, like just being thankful for the time that I did have in that space, in that moment, with those people, with that team. Um so yes, once again, I guess it leads us right back around to gratitude. I took a little sip once I paused it. I'm back. I'm back. I'm coming back. I also saw an interview in Travel Today, um and it reminded me too of, once again, trusting the timing, coming out of last year, with a lot of highlights and big moments of television and film placements. I was thinking, like, dang, okay, how am I gonna top that next year? And even coming into 2025, it's like, ooh, okay, it's a little slower on that front. But I had to be reminded by the interview that I even had those thoughts, because it didn't last long. It was just kind of like, all right, head down and keep building, which is kind of always been my thing. Just keep planting seeds. They have to grow. Um, and here we are with two Grammy considerations. This coming Friday, we'll see if they made it and make it up for Grammy nominations. And then, a beautiful divine moment at, backstage at one of my favorite artists shows. And just some really dope projects, some really dope moments. My Taylor Talks episode that drops tomorrow. Shout out to Chevy and Twin. I'm excited about that. I will add the link to this live, and of course I will do a personal text blast to you all. Just really special moments like that, conversations, just understanding of my friends and family and their perspectives and their thoughts, and just being able to be in certain moments. I'm super grateful for. So just trust, man. Just trust the time and continue to do your part as best you can, and keep moving forward. But don't take time for granted. Just don't take it for granted, and just put check marks in your life that remind you, because I know we all get swept up, whether it's a day, a week, a month, a year or two, we get caught in certain loops. But if we continue to just put check marks, which might be people or just certain reminders, notes, habits that make us stop and pause and be in the moment, it's necessary. And I encourage you all to find a way to implement that into your life. Absolutely. Yes, God keeps topping and taking me higher. Absolutely. Absolutely. And everything also doesn't have to be, a huge highlight. There are so many special moments. Of just being able to spend time with my family and my friends and connect, or sit down and watch a show or a movie. Like, those moments are special. Being on a car ride and having certain conversations and discovering new perspectives. Those moments are just as special. So I encourage you to be thankful for those as well. And we still gonna turn up in the highlights too. Absolutely. Yes, Chevy, keep showing up. And that is a promise. That is a promise that I will never renege on. I will continue to show up. And man, I'm super, super, super thankful for this past month, for this year, for this lifetime that I am experiencing. I know it won't always be highs. I know that the lows are guaranteed. So once again, when you step out into that world tomorrow, out of your space, into shared spaces, consider adding a little extra grace in the way that you look at people, address people, receive people, and yeah, a little love, man. Stay light, because the moment won't always be. But if we opt to see things glass half full, it'll make life a lot smoother. All right, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and yeah, man, we're gonna continue to hold on to the ideal that life is working in our favor. I love y'all. Leave your comments down below as the record plays. Shout out to Twin once again for this visual. All right, y'all have an amazing week. I'm still floating. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. It's your girl, Mattie B. This has been another episode of Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. And man, we turn it up. So many special things to come as life continues to happen in our favor. All right, peace.
I'm sending this to remind you that you are not alone. Hoping that these words, they find you at the very perfect moment. I can't take the pain away, but I can wrap my love around you. I can't stop the rainy days, but I can stand here right beside you. I'm here right beside you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sending this to remind you, life is working in our favor. Pain, hurt, and tears sometimes blind you, but stay up, stay strong. I'm sending this to console you, to give your tears a home. Don't let the anger control you, you will make it through. Those sunny days will come, you will endure the storm. You have much more to do, can't let the darkness hide you. And I pray the light will guide you. Yeah. I'm sending this to remind you, life is working in our favor. Pain, hurt, and tears sometimes blind you, but stay up, stay strong. You are not alone. This message is here to remind you, life is working in our favor. You're never alone, you're never alone. You're never alone, you're never alone. Love is for eternity.